What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Getting right into it, I want to discuss this Saturday's co-main event between Santiago Ponzinibbio and Michel Pereira in the welterweight division. Ooh, I love this fucking fight. You got Santiago, who's coming off of a decision loss to Jeff Neal, where Jeff Neal just really was able to stop Santiago in his tracks, like, before he could even get going. Like, Santiago has been such a savage in the UFC. I mean, even though he was very inactive for a while, he was dealing with a lot of different injuries and illnesses. And I've been really happy to see him come back. I'm a big fan of the guy. You know, the first fight that I ever saw him with, I think, was the Gunnar Nelson fight. And I was like, holy shit, like, the dude just got hands. And then he was inactive for a really, really long time. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to fight Kamaru Usman, or it was Damian Maia. No, it was Damian Maia. And then, or he was supposed to fight Usman, and then Maia jumped in. And I'm not necessarily sure, but he was supposed to headline a fight in Chile, and it didn't happen. And, you know, but since he's come back, he had that loss against Liang. He had that really exciting match against Miguel Baeza. And then he had the loss against Jeff Neal. So he's been 1-2 since he's come back. He hasn't looked phenomenal, but he hasn't looked bad either. You know, he came back after a couple of years and got clipped by Liang, which really, you know, you can't give yourself any shit for that. I mean, the leech is the fucking leech. He's a bad motherfucker. Now, with this matchup against Michel Pereira, you got Michel, who's on a 4-fight winning streak, against guys like Nico Price, Andre Fialho, who's on a really awesome streak himself now. And I forgot who the other guy that he beat. It was Chaos Williams, right? So you have Michel, who's that capoeira-style guy who really likes to use explosive movements in and out, a Michael Venom Page-style fighter. His attacks are almost like snake bites. He comes very quick. You don't really know when it's going to happen. You know, in and out, in and out, in and out. And he's been able to have very favorable matchups against guys like Nico Price, Chaos Williams, and Fialho, guys who really like to wind up and use their power more than anything rather than their timing and their speed, which was, I think, really good, favorable matchups in his respect, because he's that guy who can go before your looping punches. He can go straight in, and that's what he did against those guys those first 2 rounds. And as the fights do go on, it seems like he isn't able to wear damage as well in the third rounds as usually the times he loses. He starts hot and kind of fades as time goes on. He does blow the tank. The dude cuts a lot of weight. It's crazy that he even makes 170 pounds in the first place. But Michel Pereira, I think he's only 28 years old, so there's an age difference here too, guys. You got Ponzinibbio, who's 35, so he's not out of his prime necessarily. I'd say he's got about 2 years left before you start seeing the wheels come off. So right now, both of these guys are primed up for a really good contendership matchup. Both, you know, really whoever wins this fight is really going to move forward towards those bigger, more high-profile guys. And it's kind of weird that they're both not ranked themselves. Ponzinibbio might be ranked. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, he's 14th right now. So, I mean, Pereira is basically fighting for a ranking, and you got a guy like Ponzinibbio, who is Ponzinibbio, I apologize, who's basically fighting for his ranking, you know, and he's trying to keep his ranking. And with a really exciting matchup for either guys, I mean, it's to the fucking roof for either of these guys. I'm really excited for this co-main event. I think it's a really good time for these guys to slide them into a co-main event. You know, it's kind of a weaker card this upcoming Saturday. And personally, I mean, I always go against Michel Pereira. I don't know why, and he always proves me wrong. Like, I honestly should just stop betting against Michel Pereira at this point. But I'm such a fan of Santiago Ponzinibbio and his style, and he just likes to stand in the pocket, throw down, and he's not scared to take one to give one, you know, or take one and give two. And I'm really excited to see what these guys have in store for this matchup. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Mr. Mustache MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.